Hi there, I'm Angela Gerard. I'm the project manager for the Tackle Continuing Professional Development Tackle for CPD project, and I'm here to give you a quick overview of what the project's about, an introduction to the products that we've created. So this is our project, Strategies, Models and Tools for Continuing Professional Development for Teachers in E-Learning, or Tackle for CPD. So the Tackle projects have been going on for about 10-12 years now. So we started with Tackle, which is teachers' aids for creating content for learning environments. We created a handbook and there was a course related to it. It was just one nice big thick handbook with lots of ways for teachers to create content for, at the time, virtual learning environments, things like Moodle. As a result of some feedback from that project, we then moved on to Tackle 2, which was some subject-specific handbooks. And then we got even more specific with Tackle 3, which is on how to teach coding in line with the new curriculums that were being rolled out across Europe, where computational thinking and programming was having to be included in the curriculum. So these are all aimed directly at teachers. Then we were wondering how we could extend it to a wider audience, because it was all very well us holding very successful small workshops with small groups of teachers, but there are hundreds of teachers out there that need this training. So the next step was this project, which is Tackle for CPD, for continuing professional development. So the idea was to work directly with teacher trainers and professionals who are responsible for continuing professional development for CPD in ICT, rather than working directly with teachers, although the products that we've made could also be used directly by educators, teachers, teaching assistants, vocational educators and adult educators too. And we're just about to start an AI for schools project too. So all of these are together in the Tackle projects family. So TaccleCPD itself is aimed at teacher trainers, school managers, and anyone with responsibility for information communication technologies. We're trying to promote innovative methods and pedagogies and provide learning materials, tools and actions to support effective use of ICT in education. On our website, you'll find our 5 outputs. The first one is the TaccleCPD toolkit, which has quite a lot of outputs within it. So there is something we call the team map, which just puts all of our products together and gives us sort of overview of where to start, where to go next. Then we've got a route map, which is more detailed, starting off with what your area is, whether you're a manager, whether you're a staff member. And we've set out some competencies which are linked to the digital competence framework. There's then a mind map of policies and strategies, and then another tool which is an assessment planning tool, which is set out as both a mind map, and there's also a spreadsheet version of this. And then there's a literature review, a written review of policies and strategies. Second output is a handbook for teacher trainers, which explains how to use all of the products that we've made, gives an introduction to the Digicomp Edu framework. We've discussed models and methods. We've discussed supporting tools to support those models and methods, how to evaluate and review your CPD and the progress of it, some specimen training programs. There's also a few practical tips, and then there's a separate book, a separate handbook, which is putting the project in a vocational education and training context. Our third resource is open education resources for educators and trainers. And if you click through the website, you'll see it separated into teachers, trainers, managers, support staff, and everybody should find something useful there, which are open resources. Some of them we've written, some of them are just links to external sites, but there's lots of information there, lots of useful stuff. The fourth output is developing technology-enhanced learning in vocational education and training. We've got a series of 5 very detailed reports. There's lots of great information there. And then our final output is developing technology-enhanced learning in adult education context. So here's a report on recommendations for the transference of the outcomes of the project to adults. Now, many of the outputs for the main project fit nicely in an adult context already, so this is just a short report tying up all those loose ends and explaining how it fits together. So you can find all the resources on the TaccleCPD website, which is tackle4cpd.eu. You can also find all the Tackle projects on Twitter at Tackle Projects, and there's a Facebook group, a couple of Facebook groups for different Tackle projects. The coordinators are myself and also Graham Maxwell, who's the director of Pontedeschi. You can get in touch with us with these details.